toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Bruins will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks offense has the ball first today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are...
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Whitted. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Makes the grab. It's Whitted. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And they did tack on the extra point. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the UCLA Bruins offense has its first opportunity of the day. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
He'll keep it himself. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Back's looking for the goal line. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, and now looking at 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard. Obviously, such a difficult conference. The Big Ten, you got to bring your A game so many times or else you do get beat. You've had some setbacks. Now, how are we going to finish? Now, we've talked about this season. We've talked about what we want to do, and we might not be living up to expectations, but we can control finishing strong.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Now the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Pocket breaking down. Fires on the move. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
He'll try to pop the draw. Makes his man miss. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Complete on third down. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
A strike downfield. Find some room. Touchdown, Oregon. He got a step and just dusted the field. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to Charlotte. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Crosby. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking down the middle. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they get the sack, but they knew it was a pass. You go nickel, you're bringing more speed on the field, more DBs. You let the pass rush eat. Everybody communicates, right? Like you understand by formation, by tendency, they're throwing the football. Nice job by the defense understanding what the offense was trying to do.
Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Right on the money. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Turns it on in midfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. It's complete. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Line gets set, 1st down. looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this team.
Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
27, UCLA, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Flips it out on the screen. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Gets rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bruins send out the punt unit. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Sweet cut there. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. To the air on first down. Punts it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. SMU is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 17 to Louisville. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. And the Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And he's to the 48-yard. And that'll be good enough for a first down. The Bruins are flying down the field. Off the RPO, complete.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. So now it's second and long. Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. and they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. And here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
It is good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get...
Going for the big play. Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA will go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Bruins will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He's got it. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35. Before he stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Good timing on the quick out. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Right back to it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third down play from the gun. Grabbed over the middle. It's Crosby. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback just flat and missed him. Incomplete. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it fly. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Fires left. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one. Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To the ground with the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Working the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice move to keep running. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it to the back on the draw. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Got it, looking for the 1st down. There he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. It's on target and complete. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They just keep firing. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Running into the open space. Across the 45. Oh, a lot of space. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.